Good morning. Good morning. Happy Easter Monday, my friends. I'm going to give you a moment to grab your coffee. And in that moment, I will savor mine, and then we'll connect. As you join the coffee this morning, please say hello in the comments. Let me know who's having coffee with me today. That's always so fun. I don't know if you're in any sort of chocolate coma or if you managed to pace yourself well over the weekend. I don't know. Good morning, Kel. Good morning, April. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Mike. Happy Easter. Oh, good morning, Meladine. Happy Easter to you also. Good morning, Cheryl. Hello. Good morning, Kathy. Let's give people another 30 seconds or so. Grab your coffee, or if you're having, I don't know, we maybe ate cookies for breakfast yesterday. I'm not going to lie. Good morning, Trellis. I don't know what we'll have today. There's like, that point when you have like nothing left in the house really, and you don't feel like going to the grocery store. That may have been more than one day in the Seeley household this weekend, but we'll get it figured out. Good morning, Tammy. You get to make it this week because you're off. Happy to have you. Well, I want to first of all welcome you to Virtual Coffee Club. We do get a few brand new people who check us out and don't always say hello in the comments. So I want to acknowledge you being there. And thank you for joining our coffee club. We do this every morning, Monday to Saturday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We've been doing it for over a year now as a place of connection and community. And I'm so grateful every damn day that we have the technology and the ability to continue to get together and continue to hold each other up and be a crew, because I think that's exceptionally important. And I hope that throughout this year and a bit, we've had opportunities to meet new people, to have conversations we didn't think we'd have, and to learn and grow. My overall overarching goal is really just to promote kindness. I am fully into a kindness revolution. Good morning, Calvin. Good morning, Watrous, Saskatchewan. I love it. As I was saying, my overall theme is that we have a place of kindness, a kindness revolution. Now, on Wednesdays, granted, we maybe set kindness off to the side for a moment and we allow ourselves to express in an outrageous, sweary way, just to get things off our chest, because we're human, because we can acknowledge that we have those moments. The rest of the days of the week, I always hope that kindness is in the forefront. And so what I kind of thought today, and I don't know, maybe it's too deep for a Easter Monday morning, but I was watching a lot of anger, frustration, confusion, disappointment, and outright ignorance happen on social media over the weekend. And it involves a celebrity, so that always puts an interesting punch into the place. But a quote that I've had on my Facebook, I think since I've signed up for Facebook, is that your voice is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. And I've always felt that way and always tried really hard, knowing that I am a human and I only have this much education, to do it to the best of my ability. So I thought in getting real on this Monday is having a bit of conversation around that in our club to ensure that when you come into Virtual Coffee Club or you see these videos, or if you want to share one on your socials to invite people in your circle to come have coffee with us, to have a place that they truly feel included, that they feel heard, seen, and welcomed to this platform. So I want you to get real with me this morning if you've ever felt that that is not the case. Because I think that it's easy to get wrapped up in doing the things that we do, and we forget to take a moment to grow. Does that make sense? Now, the incident I'm referring to is still ongoing as of today, if you follow some of the pop culture type things. And so what I'm referring to that sort of just got me thinking over the weekend was it's a post that was put up by the author speaker Rachel Hollis. Not sure if you're familiar or if you follow, or maybe you've read her books or what that looks like, but it's been some interesting conversation. Now, she is somebody who, I will admit, when she first sort of hits the ground running in her fame with her books, I didn't mind her books, but I think I was in a lot different space in my growth and thought process then than I am now. And I saw her speak before, and I thought it was relatively empowering and uplifting. And I followed her social media. I don't know if I truly paid attention to it a lot, but you would follow it. And there was always something that sat kind of weird, but I didn't know what it was, I guess, if that was the case. I think it became blown wide open over the weekend. And there's an interesting space when you're somebody who is using your social platform for different things. And my philosophy, and this is what I hope, again, comes through in Coffee Club, and if it doesn't, I want you to call me on it. It's Get Real Monday, but is kindness. I feel like that if in every action and everything we did, everything we said, because, you know, the saying is actions speak louder than words, but sometimes words can be pretty freaking powerful. Am I right? So I always hope that kindness is in the forefront of that. That's what I try to tell other people when it's definitely come into conversation a lot for me that I've had outside of social media when people have differing opinion on COVID or masks or freedom or any of the things that are being debated in this world. My response is always, did you respond in kindness? Were you kind? Because you can be in opposition to somebody and still be kind. Am I right? Gauge me in the comments today, friends. I need your support in that, in understanding if we're hitting the right place. So what Rachel did this weekend, which again, I'm not going to deep dive into because I am not educated in this area and would feel I would not want to follow and make the same mistakes and not want to stunt growth instead of encouraging it. So she basically, I think people have been upset with a lot of what she has taken and stance that she has done and words that she has used in the last while. I don't think it was just from this one post. I think it's been an ongoing struggle for this particular person. And I'm not sure, again, I won't speak for her or about her in any way other than I'm not sure what she's done to really educate herself to push through ignorance. And I am somebody who I know, and I will admit wholeheartedly, I have so much more to learn. I have so much more to learn about so many things. I have ignorance in so many areas. And I think we touched on this a little bit. My thought on ignorance back when the Black Lives Matter movement was first really coming into the forefront of our conversation in our world. And I know that I have ignorance when it comes to every topic there is, from racial to transgender to like every topic in this world. I know I possess ignorance to something that I am not. If you want me to talk about being a straight white girl, I got all kinds of knowledge. Anything outside of that, I have ignorance. But the difference is I am willing to learn. I want to be teachable. I want to be coachable. I want to learn. I want to use the right language. I want to understand why. And I probably will never fully understand, but I want to support and I want to be an ally to every single person in this world, no matter what. And that's not easy. And we have moments where we lose that. And so Rachel Hollis, if you hadn't seen the clip, it's probably taken down now, although I'm sure people have saved it, is that she decided to respond to somebody who attacked her on social media. And she responded in a really awful way. There's no other way to put that. And her messaging in that was very insulting, and it was very egotistical, and it was very outrageous, and it hurt a lot more people. I'm not sure at the end of the day, her intent, her inside heart intent was to do that. However, what you do after you're called out on something like that can also speak such volumes. And her apology piece has not been beautifully done either. Again, we are all humans in this world. I am not here to debate Rachel Hollis's character or anything about that or how to make that better, because again, I am a grower who is learning how to be better at this. What I wanted to have a conversation was on to ensure that us as a virtual coffee club, a collective, is that we are speaking in a way that we are not just holding on to our ignorance, but we grow, and that you feel included and a part of this coffee club, and that I am using the right language when I try. Because again, if you don't call me on it, I can't learn from it. And that's what I want to do, is I want to continually learn so I can be the best ally to every other person in this world. Does that make sense? Do you know where I'm coming from on that? What do you think? Tara's with us. Good morning. Scott's here. Hey, buddy. Tammy says you can always be kind. Definitely a choice in both actions and words. And you know what? To that too, Tammy, right? Is it's not always easy. We are humans at the end of the day with an outrageous amount of emotions. Sometimes we have control over what we say and do, and sometimes we don't. Yes, still choice, but sometimes things slip out. Sometimes we are unkind. Sometimes we say and do the wrong thing. But it's how we learn and grow from that I think is the most important. Would you agree? Cheryl says, amen. Kathy, heck yes. Always guide with kindness. Larry says, good subject. I think you have a very good understanding. Thank you, Larry. Corey, good morning. So what do you think? Because I think there's an interesting shift happening. I think in this world, what has definitely the cool thing that has come from COVID and from us slowing down and from us, I don't know, maybe having more conversation in our world, is that we are becoming more aware of the topics and issues around us than we ever have before. And I think that is beautiful, but it's scary to some people. Good morning, Sue. Give my dad a squeeze, will ya? What I find is that when we're brought aware of the things that are offensive to others, or the things that maybe are so archaic they need to change, or whatever that looks like, we are easily offended and go on the defense of this first. And I think that's a human reaction. And we can't fault ourselves or beat ourselves up for it, but we have to push through it. And there's this movement that I think is woven into this, getting mad at people who want to, I think they call it cancel culture. Sorry. And I'm not well educated on that movement in particular. I've seen the hashtag, I've seen people getting upset and people worried about the things in culture that are getting canceled or trying to, or whatever. But I think the real thing here is that's when we have to dig deeper. That's when we have to find out why. And if it's triggering an offense in you, why? If you don't want to just understand and know and learn from it, ask yourself why. And it doesn't mean you have to agree with it, and it doesn't mean that you have to understand it. But I think, friends, that we're in this place where we have to just continue to learn in our awareness, because some of these topics are so So important. Well, not some of them, all of them. And if something is offending somebody, we have to learn why. And I think we have to stop. If you put your kid, if you're a parent and you put your kid in the place of the person who is offended by whichever topic matter it is, would you be okay with it continuing or not? Because I find that when we don't understand something, or it hasn't happened to us, or we haven't experienced it personally, we really just don't know. We don't know. And so it's easy to express an opinion of that. And that's the downside of this world of technology that we have is people are able to express that opinion so quickly, so vehemently, so right in your face, so without thinking first. And there it is, staring you in the face, those words that cut to your core. And you can't take them back, and you can't really erase them, and you can't unsee them. Now, the good we know of this technology is that we're able to get together every single morning, cheers, and have a cup of coffee together and connect. But it can so flip the other way. And so this celebrity took her opportunity to lash out at somebody who had lashed out at her. And in turn, she truly offended a larger group of people in this world. And it was a mistake. And it could be owned, but it can't be owned authentically if you're not genuine in your apology. And it's a big teachable moment, not only for our children, but for ourselves in what are you saying? What are you doing? How are you really feeling about that? When something gets brought up, it's offended somebody and it's weird and you don't understand, your first is just like, well, they're just trying to cancel everything. What I don't even understand, I don't even know what that means. Can you stop first, learn, and then express? I'm not saying we have to take away our opinions. You are welcome. Welcome to your opinion at any time. But if it's not kind, friends, think about that. Think about that. That's kind of just what's on my, so what do you think? What's on your mind? April says, I feel this is fantastic, honest kind of place for all that choose to sign on. You've always been open to anyone calling you out, so to speak, should they disagree with anything being said or discussed. Kindness always. Thank you, April. And I'm not saying this in hopes for you to prop me up here. Please do not think that at all. My ego does not require your stroking. Is that nice in the world? Hell yeah. I would be a liar if I didn't say it wasn't. But I just want to make sure that I am staying authentic and genuine to each and every conversation that we have together. And you are always welcome to call me out. Always. Karen says, agreed. I don't know is an honest response, but it's our own place to learn and grow and get informed. And if you don't want to, okay, so maybe you're somebody of the mindset that you're like, I just don't want to, then you choose to live in your ignorance and you choose to continue to spread that message, whether you mean to or not. I don't think not wanting to is it's honest. Is it what our world needs? No way. No way. Will you be perfect at it? Will you be great? Will you know the great language? Will you be the most beautiful, whatever person in the world? Like, we're not looking for you to become holier than thou or sainthood type people. We just want to be real about it and just say, hey, like, I don't understand this. I don't know the answer to that. I don't get what that means, but I want to support you in why it hurts, bothers, offends, affects, or makes you feel invisible. That's what we have to do. That's what I feel on my heart. What do you think? Cheryl says, people have the right to their opinion, but it's how you react that matters and how you come across to others that makes you who you are. I think actions and words have the same volume sometimes. and reactions even more so. I know I had conversations this weekend where I'm not sure I really understood what the other person was really saying, or if I did, I didn't agree with, but I let them have their time to speak, to say their thing. And I respond with, as long as it's in kindness. However, I feel like the caveat to that is, even if you're being kind, maybe you think you're being kind in your response, but what are you saying? Right? There's so many layers to this. Do you get what I mean? And I want to brushstroke the world in rainbows and sunshine, that if we're just kind and that's it, unicorns will fly out all of our butts and everything will be great. Not saying that, but kind of saying that, if that makes sense. Good morning, Jackie. So I guess the conversation today is just reminding ourselves of that awareness. If you are somebody who blindly follows different celebrities or people in position, like the one we spoke of earlier, I want you to just double check what their content is, because I was surprised, I'm not going to lie, at how many people, when I saw that post from that celebrity and the rant that she had went on, I was so offended by, and I offended for the people that are offended. I went and looked at who liked that post. There were a lot of people in my circle, people who I admire, people who I would consider a friend, who liked that post, and it surprised me. I chose to unfollow that celebrity and not have their content in my feed because I don't want to promote it. So just keep your eyes and ears open to what you're liking, supporting, doing, I guess. Lynn says, sometimes we attack what we do not understand. You keep an open mind and continually learn. Yeah. And it's easy to attack. It's easy for that response to be that. And it doesn't mean you can't have that response. Not like we can't take away our human nature tendencies, right? They're going to pop up. You're going to have a moment where you're going to react to something and you might be a dick about it. But do you notice that? I think it's the being aware. Okay, I responded really shitty on that, or I did not understand that when I said that. And now I want to learn more. I have changed my thoughts on a number of things over the years, over the months, over the weeks. I flip-flop every day in what I feel about different things that are happening in the world. But because I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to understand. And so just bringing that to the forefront today. And hopefully that makes sense. Sue says, I find that a response is not always required. Yes, you have your opinion. I have mine. And it's not up to me to change you. Sue, thank you for saying that, because I think what happens is when we have a differing opinion, it is so human nature of us to try to convince the other person why, and then convince the other person to join you on your side, right? We just were like, I don't know what to do with you being over there and me being over here. I don't know how to accept that, you are my friend or you are my neighbor and I love you, but we see something so differently. How do you stay on that side and I stay on this side? We don't have to convince each other. Oh, not easy. Not easy, my friends. We have much to navigate in this world. We have much to learn in this world, myself included. And I just always want to encourage you that if I am saying something that doesn't make sense, or I am saying something that is offensive in any way, or if I have said something that could be taken the wrong way, you call me on it. I don't always, and I'm trying to think of a friend who we had that very similar conversation to this last week. And I wasn't sure how to respond to them calling me out on something. And I don't think I responded as well as I should have or could have. But we've since, fixed that, had more conversation and moved past it. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but I'm willing to learn. And I always want to make sure that I am inclusive and kind and being your ally. And I ask that of you in this coffee club, that together as a group, we are inclusive, we are kind, and we are growing together always. Always. I hope you have, hey, Angie, I just want to say hi to you before we sign off. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you know that we can forgive ourselves in every moment of every day where we have a reaction we don't love, and we can continue to grow and learn and support each other through that process. And I think you're amazing. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a fabulous, whether you're off today for Easter Monday or headed into work or you're on your coffee break, whatever that looks like, have an incredibly kind and loving day. And we will see you back here tomorrow morning for Coffee Club at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Oh, hang on. Jackie put a comment in. She says, face-to-face conversations are so much healthier. Sometimes people write stuff that they wouldn't normally say face-to-face. Oh, yeah. I think texting's a real good example of that. All right. I've taken you over time today. I apologize. Have an amazing rest of your Tuesday, my friends. We will see you back here tomorrow morning. And I hope that was just a little bit of food for thought on your Monday. Have an amazing day.